ESPN and TNT retained the rights to show NBA games for the next 9 years in a deal announced Monday. The deal takes effect starting with the 2016-2017 season. Games will continue to air on ESPN and TNT through the 2024-25 season. The New York Times reports the deal's value at more than $2.5 billion per year. This is what LeBron James had to say in response to this new deal. The whole thing that went on with the last negotiation process was the owners was telling us that they were losing money. There's no way they can sit in front of us and tell us that right now after we continue to see teams selling for billions of dollars. And now Mikhail Provikov is possibly selling his majority stake in the Brooklyn Nets for over $1 billion. So that will not fly with us this time. Stephen A., what do you make of it?
First of all, I want to applaud LeBron James to bringing attention to this issue the way that, he primarily does. The fact of the matter is that LeBron James saw the television deal coming down the pike. Let's also give a round of kudos to Kobe Bryant, because when Kobe Bryant signed his 2-year, $48.5 million extension, he also saw the deal coming down the pike. What he was saying is that, and what LeBron is saying is, they're educating us about the players being more business savvy, reminding the world that these owners who have been complaining about losing money, there's no way on earth they can do that to us now. You have to remember, basketball-related income doesn't quantify as all income received by NBA owners. Yet and still, they took the players' percentage, which was 57%, and knocked that down 7 percentage points to 50% of basketball-related income. So you're splitting basketball-related income, but there are categories that doesn't fall under the category of basketball-related income that the players don't get a part of at all. So when you look at it from that perspective and you realize that the players gave up essentially $900 million to about $1 billion from what I was told annually, they took a blow. And what they're saying is, now that you got this new television deal that's going to triple your worth in terms of what we get from television revenue, we're paying attention to it, and we want a chunk of that. We want a significant share of that. Adam Silver knows what he's doing. He's going to sit there and negotiate. He's learned from the best, which is David Stern. You got a new Players Association executive director, led by also the president, Chris Paul, who's very, very tight and is the godfather of LeBron James' son. You know they're going to pay attention to it. And I think they're absolutely right to do so, because everybody can't be Melo. Melo's satisfied with his 5-year, $124 million long-term deal. He's like, I'm good. But LeBron and others are like, look, there's a lot of money to be made out here, and the public can't fall for the okie doke by trying to get us to feel, bad about wanting our share. Sure. And that's what he's doing, and I got no problems with it whatsoever. Heck. I applaud the man, King James.
I do too, on this front.
On this front?
Yes. And yet, I'm going to ask you a tough question here.
Yep.
It was very interesting what LeBron said yesterday, and I'm going to paraphrase this because we're running out of time, but just about power, that people know LeBron has power. The power in the league, even though his name is not attached to that power. Right. It's just that we all know. It's almost like, to me, I know Chris Paul is what does he have the title of president of the Players Association? Yeah. Okay, LeBron is the head of the Players Association, right? I mean, that's how I feel. Right. And yet, I'm wondering if, as he gets into the later stages of his career, he's still in his prime now, obviously, as he approaches age, 30? Yep. But will he get so concerned with, so involved in the business of basketball, making sure that all these players now and forevermore are taken care of, that it begins to distract or detract from his performance? Because his plate is full, man. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
But as it pertains to business, you have nothing to worry about in that regard for one reason and one reason only. This is how LeBron James, this is how LeBron James is all the time, except for when he's on the basketball court. This is how he thinks. He walks around thinking about business. And the life that he leads off the court is relatively quiet and it's non-adventurous. He's not about that. He's all about business.
Okay, who is LeBron's role model and hero?
Warren Buffett.
No, well, there's Michael Jordan in a basketball. Okay, okay. Did Michael ever get this involved?
Never.
No, he just didn't.
No.
And I'm okay with that. I know a lot of people had issues that he should have gotten more involved in social issues or even financial issues for the league as opposed to just Michael's financial.
Here's why, last point, here's why you should love what LeBron is doing on two fronts. Number one it's getting everybody else a bit more business savvy and business minded.
I agree. He's the leader of the league.
The reason why the NBA should love that is because the NBA has the right to go to LeBron and others and say, you want to continue to make this money and help us make this money? This is how we have to conduct ourselves. And as a result, that will facilitate more influx of money coming in, because people will be protecting their brand. And that will lead to better behavior.
We're still talking basketball when we come back. Kobe Bryant scares